Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in with me. Since the solar eclipse is coming on Monday, I decided we would do a halo eye today. So let's get started. First, I'm going in with some of this. I've started using this hard candy eye primer and I'm loving it so far. So we're just going to put a little bit of that on. Very little. So we got that, and I normally carry it all the way onto my brows, but I went ahead and done my brows for the sake of the video. So got that good and primed up. I do like to set my eye primer, so I'm just going to go in with our Feeling Neutral palette with number 38 right here is Cream Boat. It's just a cream color. I love using our large eyeshadow brush. So soft. And Limelight's brushes are vegan. How about that? So just tapping this, just setting it. And if you don't have a lot eyeshadow color, you could totally go in with some translucent powder. Alright, so we've carried that all the way up. We've set that brow. So I'm going to pick up number Limelight's eyeshadows are numbered. So, and I'll give you the number and the name in case you're wanting to snag that up. So I'm going in with number 26. It is a matte One Night Sand. It's just really light color here. So yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna have to use this brush again because I didn't grab my other one. So again, we're just going to pick up a little bit. We're going to use this the crease and the transition color. So I like to pat it on and get it in place. And then I'll go back and blend that in. So you can barely see that color, but I've told y'all over and over, to each his own with makeup. There are no rules. But I feel like my eyeshadows blend better and they look better when I go in with the transition color. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to pick up Lottie, the Dazzle Up palette. Y'all know I love this palette. If you haven't seen it, it's got some of the most beautiful colors. So this palette you cannot customize. The Feeling Neutral palette, you can totally customize it. I'm going in with this orange color. Y'all know. Again, tap off that excess. And I'm going to use this again as a transition color. It's just going to be really pretty with this halo eye. So again, pat it on. Let me see if I can zoom you in. No. Zoomed in all you're going to get. Alright, so we're just going to pat this on. And again, I'm going to have this color peek through the top. Y'all know this is my favorite color. My favorite color. Alright, so we're just going to pick up a blending brush. And we're just going to blend that in with the Cream Boat and the One Night Sand. So as you can see, it's windshield wiper motions. You can do little circular motions, whatever you want. Just make sure it's good and blended. Back and forth, back and forth. And I'm going to carry that up on that brow bone, a little higher on the brow bone, because I do want a hint of this color to peek through, because this is going to be a dark look. So I do want a little bit of that color to shine through. Just going to pick up just a tad bit more, guys. And again, blend it really well, making sure you get that outer corner as well. Back and forth, back and forth. See, that color's not so bad, is it? This is one of my favorite palettes. Love this palette. Alright, so I'm going to go in with, and I've just thought about this. Maybe I shouldn't do it, but I am going to do it. I'm going to go in with just a little bit of this like a burnt reddish color, and I'm going to start that on the outer corner and the inner corner. Just a little bit, not a lot at all. And I really like using dome brushes like this. And here's another one. I'm going to go ahead and use Limelight's one just because I know what I can do with this brush. So I just like to tap that on the top, and I'm just going to bounce that right there on that outer corner right there. We don't want it to be too much, but I do want this color to come in some. So I'm just focusing on this outer corner, outer V, if you will, and I'm just pushing that onto my eyelid. And again, we're going to do the same thing on the inner, but I am going to go in with this littler dome brush that I just had, because it is littler than the Limelight one. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to bounce it. Okay, and you're going to leave this center part. We're not going to put nothing on it. It's okay if some of the color goes over there. We will be fixing that up. But I just thought it would be really pretty to have some of this. It's not red. It's not pink. I don't know what to call it. It's just a beautiful color to me. Because I am fixing to go in with the Feel Neutral palette. And I'm going to pick up some black. And it's going to get started. So, but before I do that, I do want to blend these together. So there's no harsh lines. So I'm just ever so lightly just blending that inwards. Same thing on the inner corner. And if you want to, you can go ahead and do your halo right here if you want to. That's fine. Isn't that gorgeous? So I highly recommend stepping back and looking to see if something needs to be blended or if it needs to be darker, whatever the case may be. So I'm just blending that with that orange, just really, really lightly. All right, we'll come back to Lottie's Dazzle palette, but right now I'm going to pick up the Feel Neutral palette. And I'm going to be picking up number 9, Dial It Black. Don't get scared. Stick with me. So, Dial It Black is black. And it's matte and it's beautiful. So, I'm going to pick up a more denser brush. No, I'm not. I'm just going to go in with my, my dome brushes. I love these. And again, guys, I just tap that, and we're just going to focus this on the outer part, not so much carrying it too much in. I'm just wanting to give this some, warm it up and some depth in it. Let me get the little dome brush for this. Having the right tools will make doing this so much easier. Not just this look, but any look. So you want to keep this low on the lid. So I like to go in and just put a little bit and then blend and see what I got. It's easier to add than it is take away. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a slanted brush just because it's going to be easier for me to get that outer V more sharp, because I do want to carry this black in. So I'm just, all I'm doing is just dabbing this on and just working my brush back and forth, or not back and forth, but up and down, because you do want to keep that black low. Sorry, guys. See, with it blending into that burgundy is just so pretty. So I'm going to pick up a little pencil brush and work this into that V, because I do want to keep that low. I hope I'm staying in focus. These little pencil brushes are amazing. So I'm just dragging that product over. Seeing what I can pull over. So I figured with the solar eclipse coming, I would do a really cute eye look. So I'm just going to pick up just a little more black on this pencil brush. Just need a little bit more on the outside. And guys, it don't take that long when I'm not talking. But I wanted to walk y'all through these steps. Alright, so I'm going to just pick up this angled brush again. Tap, tap, tap. I'm not picking up any more product. I'm just using what's on my brush. Alright, so let's blend and see what we got so far. I think I'm going to add some more black on there just to darken up just a little bit more. Sorry guys. I'm going to use a littler dome brush though. See how it's easy to add, but it's so hard to take away. So again, I want to push some of this product. I think I need to carry it over some more here. All right, now let's blend her and see what we got. I know it looks crazy right now, but when it's all put together, it's beautiful. I haven't tried these colors together, so we shall see. If you don't have a crease, that's okay. Make you one. It's easy to make one with a transition color. Love it. All right. So I'm going to pick up the, well, first I'm going to go back into the Feeling Neutral palette, and I'm going to pick up Pineapple of My Eye. It's number 34. I'm just going to place that right up under the brow bone. Just patting it on. It really cleans up them brows and makes your eye just look really crisp and clean. So just tapping that on. And I put my brush right up under the arch of my brow because that's where I want the most product deposited. So now we're going to go in and blend in. Guys, I know y'all hear me say that over and over and over, but that is the key. So I want to blend this out. And I think I need to blend right there. All right, let's get the center on and see what we've got. So I'm going to pick back up the Dazzle palette, and I'm going to go in with this pretty yellow right here. Beautiful, beautiful. Let me see what we've got when we get this placed down. So we're just going to place this right here in the center. So this is like the sun, and the black is what's going to cover it in the solar eclipse. So carrying it all the way to the crease. And if you wanted this color to stand out even more, you could put down concealer and it would make it pop even more. But I just thought of this and wanted to do it while I had it on my mind. Wanted to see how it looked. So I'm going to pick me up another blending brush. And I'm just going to blend these together ever so lightly. So really working that whatever product I can pull. What do you think, guys? I love it, love it, love it, love it. One thing I can tell you is when you're using these dark colors, you want to make sure that you really get down to the lash line. So if you'll come up from the north and really deposit your products at that lash line, because you don't want that having that line there. Now, you could smoke this out. You could put a nude liner on the waterline to make it so it's not as smoked out. It's whatever you wanted to do. I am going to go back in with some more black right here on this outer side right here. I just want to darken that up just a tad bit. And as you could see with me, pressing the products on instead of a swiping motion, there's no fallout. And that's why I do that. And again, we're just gonna blend. I'm just going in with a bigger brush now because I have my product where I want it. Just want to crispen it up, and there we have it. So I am gonna I'll finish the look. I'm not going anywhere, but I will finish the look for you guys. You could easily go in with a liquid liner, do a cat eye, whatever you would want to do. So I'm just going to pick up some of the orange right here. Just going to carry this right up under the lash line. Going to pick up the darker pink. I just want some of all the colors that I used. I want them on that lower lash line, and we're going to smoke them out in just a second. Alright, so I'm going to pick up some of the black and work that under the lash line. Really getting that at the lash line. Since the solar eclipse is during the day here in Myrtle Beach, I'll put a nude liner for my water well. Just going to pick up some of this yellow that I placed on the center, and I'm just going to place it on the bottom as well, just in that center part, just to pull that down. Don't want it too heavy. There we go. I love it, love it, love it. All right, so step back, look and see if you need to blend or add any more. And again, if you wanted to smoke it out, just carry your black on the water well and up above. You could go in with concealer on the water well. I've done that several times. I'm just going to go in with Enduring Lip Liner number 2. And we're just going to put that right there on that water well. And it's just really going to open up them eyes, since I do have black on the inner and outer rim. Now again, you could go in with your black. It's just whatever you prefer. But this really opens up the eye. Even with this, with nothing on it, you can tell how this gives the illusion that it's bigger. And again, you could go in with liquid liner. I'm just going to pop on my mascara so y'all could see the look. I'm not going to go into foundation because it's Saturday night. I'm not doing nothing but at the house working. Alright, so this is our perfect mascara. Y'all know I start at the tips. I should really do my whole face because this eye look is so pretty to me. Alright, so then I go back and carry it to the base, rock it, and work your product out. So I'm just really working my mascara. Just double checking to make sure that all the lashes are covered. The fibers are infused in our mascara in case you are a newbie and haven't watched any of my tutorials. No flaking, amazing. Using what the pros use, you can see just how easy these blend together. And again, it wouldn't take me 21 minutes if I was just doing this on my own. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this look. If you do, let me know in the comments. If you want to see more looks like this, drop them down below as well. I sure do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to look at my YouTube video. Remember, go and share your smile because someone needs it. So again, there is a up close look. Can your mascara do that? If not, get with me. Any of these products that you've seen today, you can grab those up on my website at perkyandboldlashes.com. So if you need any help, please let me know. And I look forward to hearing from you in the future. Bye, guys.